guys? Glock Guy 226 here, and today we have the Canik TP9V2 here in front of us. I'm going to be doing a little tabletop going over some of the features of this gun, and then we're going to jump over and talk about what I liked about shooting this thing today at the range. So I just acquired this Canik TP9V2. This is the first time I've had it here on the channel, and I got such a good deal on it, I just couldn't turn it down, guys. And to be honest, I've been wondering what all the hype with the Caniks is about. Now, I probably would have rather had the TP9 SF or even SA versus the V2, but for the price I got it for, I am not complaining at all. So let's go ahead and jump into this. I'm going to safety check the gun as always, and you guys can see that it is indeed empty. Nothing in the mag well. So the Canik is a Turkish pistol imported by Century Firearms, and right here on the slide it actually says Century Arms. They have quite a few variations of the TP9 out right now, and for the price, guys, they are killing the market. I mean, for a sub $300 to $350 gun, I really don't think you're going to beat it as far as ergonomics, reliability, and what you get from the factory. So this is a single action, double action striker fired pistol. Now you don't see that a whole lot, guys. There were a few features about that I'm kind of questionable about. I'm just not too sure. So let's say you chamber around, okay? This pistol is in single action right now. Now what this does to the trigger is pretty much, like I said, it's in single action. You can pull that trigger straight back. Now one different thing about this is they have a setting here where you can set it right there in single action to pretty much reduce all that take up. Now the only thing that I dislike about that is, say you chamber around, you have to pull that trigger, which you don't have to, this is just an option, but you can pull that trigger back to set it right there, and I'm not a big fan of pulling your trigger with a round chambered unless you're going to shoot this thing. Kind of different. So like I said, single action mode, pretty smooth trigger pull, pretty light trigger pull. My trigger scale was getting right between 5 and 5.5 pounds in single action mode. Now to throw this thing in double action mode, say you want to carry it in double action, there is an ambidextrous decocker right here on top, both sides, so it is ambidextrous. You would simply push your decocker, and it's kind of tough to push, guys. There we go. So you push your decocker, and now we are in full double action mode. My trigger scale for the double action was coming in right around 11 pounds, which, I mean, if you're going to carry this gun, I would prefer to carry it in single action, but some guys do like that little bit heavier of a pull if it is an option. So there is an option for you. The decocker does take some getting used to, and sorry guys, I'm kind of sitting at a weird angle with this thing. I'm trying to use my left hand versus my right for more things so you guys get a better view. So anyways, guys, the next cooler thing about this pistol is your mag release can be swapped to the left side for you left-handed guys out there. Now, of course, your slide stop, slide release cannot be switched, but that's one of those things that some guys use them, some guys don't. I honestly really use them to lock my slide open. I don't really use it to release my slide while shooting a whole lot. But at least there is an option for your mag release as well as that decocker if you do plan to use it for the left-handed shooters. Now, Century Arms, Canik, they did pretty decent with the overall ergonomics of this gun, especially at the price point. The frame is very, very ergonomic, guys. It does have a kind of cheaper feel to it as far as the polymer goes, but for $300, what do you expect? You know, like I said, the ergonomics are very good. The front checkering as well as the checkering here on the back strap, they're pretty decent. I do like them. And this gun does have an interchangeable back strap. This is the one it comes with, the smaller one. And it does have a bigger one, which I don't run it myself. But it does have that option out there for guys with a little bit bigger hands. Now, as far as the stippling here, it's not super aggressive, but it isn't bad. I can definitely live with it. I wouldn't change it. I think it's good to go. This gun also has a pretty ergonomic slide. Now, if you guys could see, the slide kind of raises up when it comes back here to the serrations, and I do like that because when I go to, when I switch or change mags, go to chamber around, I can get a pretty good grip on that there. The overall serrations of it are pretty decent too. So overall slide, I do like the slide on this thing. The slide does feel very quality. Now the barrel is I believe it's a 4.1 inch barrel, and it is cold hammer forged, which really good quality at this price point. As far as your sights, these are 3-dot sights. Canik did include this little line there in the middle, which I had no problem at all shooting this thing right out of the box. Pretty accurate pistol. I've honestly been pretty impressed overall with it. The sights are steel constructed, so you do get a pretty quality sight. It would be nice if they were night sights, but you can't be too picky at this price point. Now, this gun also comes with a 1913 Picatinny rail, which I wish certain gun companies out there would just go right to the 1913 rail. Just make it a lot easier for accessories. Right now I have the Surefire X300 on there. Makes it very, very nice for accessories, whether you want to run a light, laser, whatever kind of crap you can throw on your Picatinny rails. Now this pistol comes in black, this variation here, or flat dark earth from Canik. Another good feature that was a big plus to me was they did not skimp out on the magazines. Magazines can make or break a firearm, guys, and there's all too many gun companies out there that try to skimp on their magazines, and that is a huge problem why some of their guns don't function very well. So Canik went with Metgar magazines, and not only Metgar, these are 18 round magazines from the factory. So 18 plus 1 in this gun of 9mm, guys, is absolutely great. I've had great luck with Metgar mags in the past. They make a lot of magazines for a lot of really reputable gun companies out there. Now the takedown to this gun is very similar to a lot of striker fired guns. You're basically going to want a safety check as always. Pull back on your slide just a little bit, and your takedown levers here are nice. They're a lot bigger than they are in a Glock, so you can get a good hold on them. Press your trigger, and voila. So very simple, and of course the basic rundown of your field strip, and goes back together very easily. Now I'm not going to be cleaning this gun for a while, guys. I just want to see how it runs dirty. Right now, today I put right around 200 rounds through it, and it ran flawlessly. Like I said, overall, at this price point, I am very, very impressed with this pistol. So let's jump over and talk about my experience at the range today. So I ran 198 rounds through this today, 11 magazines, no issues whatsoever, guys, and right out of the box, this thing was pretty darn accurate. I'll roll in some shooting footage. I shot this thing at 10 yards, 20 yards, all the way up to 30 yards, just playing around with it. And overall, guys, I'm impressed. You don't see too many pistols at this price point perform like this, have ergonomics like this, and some of the features are features of a lot more expensive guns that are out on the market. Now, can I recommend this right now? I could say that it's a decent pistol so far. I don't have thousands of rounds through it. I can't really speak on the longevity of it just yet. I do plan on putting at least 1,000 rounds through this thing before I end up trading it off for something else to have here on the channel. But overall, guys, I really do like it. Now, like I said, I think I would have rather had like the TP9 SA or SF. I'm not the biggest fan of the double action, single action striker fired with the Decocker. I've gotten used to it. I know how to operate it how I want to, but at the same time, I'm just not the biggest fan of it. Overall, aftermarket support really isn't the best for these things. You can find holsters for them now. They have been out for a little while, but like I said, if it would have came with some night sights or something, I think that would have been a better upgrade, even if they had to charge a little bit more for that. But at least they are steel sights. They're doing a better job than a lot of gun companies out there do. I really like the 1913 rail. I really do like the ergonomics of the slide. 18 round Metgar mags. Just so far, guys, all of the features of this gun seem to be a lot of bang for your buck. So be expecting some more shooting videos of this thing. Be expecting a longevity review on the Canik TP9V2. And thank you guys for watching. Please like this video. Sub to the channel if you haven't already, guys. And have a good night.